Gemini, this is the general reading, which automatically means that not every single detail mentioned in this reading may be a fact to your story. Take in what resonates, disregard the rest. Please decisions based on a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book a reading on my website, which is angelic-ascensions-tarot.com. Lastly, Geminis, we're always going to go over delicate topics. That is not your preference. Maybe come back and revisit this reading at a time where you feel like you are in the headspace to maybe hear about delicate topics. Otherwise, let's dive right into it and let's see what might be playing out for you, Geminis, over the next 7 days. Got some channeled messages for Geminis. Okay, channeled messages begin now. Arizona, there are loopholes around this. The name Warren, Snapped, Pegasus, the name Jackson, Calgary, Ontario. Where have all the cowboys gone? Sung by Paula Cole. Somebody's name could possibly be Paula. The name Jaden or Braden. A trip to Florida. Pink Floyd. Sigma. It's a web. Smack. Exclamation mark. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what might be playing out for the Gemini Nation. Everybody's saying that they can't hear me. I saw that it was on mute. It's no longer on mute. Hey, have a seat. All right, what's going on for the Gemini Nation? The Star. As soon as I park the deck. Thank you, Elstone, for letting me know. Hey, Celine. Okay, I was saying, Gemini, there are a few things that are coming up in your reading. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, possibly that's you. So maybe there's a relationship that's not working out. It looks like it's time to leave something behind. Seems like you're trying to muster the courage to get to get it together, to make a decision. Is it a decision that you're making? Yes. It just seems like there's a few things that are going on. It seems like you don't have clarity about something, possibly having to do with a Leo. Seems like you're unhappy. You may be a little bit sad around this time period. It seems like you've got some anxiety. You might be a little bit paranoid. Yeah, there's definitely a relationship that's not working out. And it seems like there's a person that's coming in between you and someone, possibly. Here you are, Gemini, the Lovers. We got Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio that could be relevant. Some of you are having an issue with a water sign. Seems like there's a water sign possibly that might be blaming you for something. Seems like you're down on your luck financially, Gemini. It seems like some of you might be out of a job, or you might be worried that you are. Because you got the Tower, you got a Scorpio. Yeah, something is definitely falling apart. I don't know what this is, Gemini. Bear with me. What are we talking about? Seems like it's plans that you have that are kind of falling apart. Okay. Let me be real with you, Gemini, and just tell you right off the bat, you got challenges this week. And your mindset is going to set the tone for what you're going through, what you're dealing with. Okay? Because you're dealing with the energy of the Tower. We got Mars in retrograde right now. We've got Mercury in retrograde right now. And maybe that's this is what's causing this. This is why this is happening right now. I do feel that Lover seems like it's rocky right now. Things are rocky between you and someone in particular. Some of you are walking away. There's a separation, I feel, that's coming up. Maybe for some of you, this is not a permanent separation. This feels like maybe you just need some time to clear your mind. It looks like there's somebody that you genuinely care about, but it just seems like you're not getting along, or you're not able to see eye to eye about something. So that maybe you had a fallout with someone, you had an argument with them. Yeah, there's definitely some deception around you right now, around this period of time. Okay, somebody may have sent you a message recently. A quick Gemini. Goodness, there's so much going on. I think I'll just stick to one thing right now. Someone possibly sent you a message. How do we get here is what I'm trying to figure out. What happened? I see what happens. Okay, something may have happened on social media. Some of you could have found out about something on social media. Because it looks like something is unclear. Somebody has lied to you about something. It looks like you're fed up with possibly an Aries. Yeah, whatever it is that you found out about, you came across. 10 of Swords. You got Leo here for the second time. So you're dealing with a fixed sign. Seems like you feel like you've been treated unfairly. And somebody is just making some very selfish choices around this period of time. So it feels like you've turned your back, or this is how somebody is feeling, that maybe you've turned your back on them. Maybe that's how you're feeling. Maybe in your time of need, when you really have needed something, maybe when you looked up, you felt like somebody that you were there for was not there for you in the same way. So it just feels like you might be going through something. Something is just really on your mind around this period of time. That's what this is. You feel that there's somebody that's around you that you can't seem to trust. Yet at the same time, it feels like you have a lot of love for this person, or vice versa. This might be a divine partnership that you have. And it seems like right about now, Gemini or cross-watcher, maybe you're making an effort to move on. I was saying Mars is in retrograde right about now. So Mars is a planet of conflict. So it feels like that's what you're having with someone, especially with the Tower being here. I think someone said something very frustrating to you. There's been a lot of broken promises. I think you spent a lot of time with someone. Some of you could be having conflict with a family member. Somebody notices Gemini or cross-watcher that you're not giving them the time of day at all whatsoever. And it feels like it has something to do with someone that is just not ready to commit. But whatever has happened, it feels like it's just really affecting someone. I don't know if somebody passed away, Gemini, and this is the anniversary of someone's passing, but it really feels like somebody is just in a very hurt place about some things that are going on in their situation. Maybe somebody is hurt that you're distant, because it really does feel like someone wants to talk to you. For some of you Geminis, or somebody's hurt because of whatever happened. Somebody did pass. For some of you, their life was taken. What's going on with Gemini? That's the thing. Lies and deception. That's what's cutting you off from someone. I don't think, yeah. So you did get into it with somebody. You have this back and forth thing with someone. For some of you, this is something that was happening over text message. You had a text battle with somebody back and forth. Maybe right now you're not speaking to someone. Some of you might be having an issue with somebody at work. For some of you, that's where the temptation is with somebody that's at work. Somebody is supposed to be in an otherwise stable relationship. It just feels like there's some secrets that are in existence, some secrets that are getting ready to come out, possibly having to do with this earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, who is dominating your reading. It's earth signs, yourself, your energy, which is air. and fire. But specifically for fire, you got Sagittarius and you have Leo. But we're going to go ahead and put Aries out there. Mars this year. That's your home. That's Aries home planet. Yep, definitely a fire. So you got a Pisces that comes in. This could possibly be a Pisces Aries that we're talking about. Somebody's moving out, or somebody already did. It definitely feels like you're picking up a vibe about somebody that's around tonight, a cross watcher. Yeah, it just feels like there's an issue with trust at this point. So what is going on with Gemini? I'm trying to see what has you feeling the way that you're feeling. Besides this back and forth thing that you're having with somebody. Because it seems like maybe somebody walked off during an argument. It would be Mars. Conflict. Somebody is hurt as a result of something that somebody said. Or what somebody found out about. I'm like, what? Trying to figure out what has you in this state of mind. Or somebody around you. Let me mention to you also, Libra. Maybe Gemini is not your sun sign. Perhaps it's your moon sign or somebody else's. It's a third party. Some of you, that's what the lies and deception are about. It seems like also somebody that you're dealing with has a hard time with addictions. Somebody tries to cover up their emotions. Gemini, around this period of time. Maybe that's you. This feels like somebody is in a world of hurt about something. Is it just about an argument? I think somebody this week does not feel good about themselves. Gemini. Spirit is encouraging somebody to do the inner work. Gemini, somebody feels like maybe you're going to extremes. They feel like maybe you want to walk out on this situation. They feel like they're wondering why you don't want to work this out. Because it definitely looks like somebody is watching you walk away. Or wondering what's going on with Gemini. Why did Gemini go? Where did Gemini go? Feels like Gemini is at the end of their rope, or cross watcher is. Somebody feels like you'd rather walk away and not work it out. Seems like this week somebody is thinking about reconciling. No, somebody really hurt your feelings. Either there's something that you saw or something that somebody said during an argument, or it's both. Somebody's going to give you your space for a minute, Gemini or cross watcher, and it feels like somebody's resurfacing. Somebody's coming back. Somebody is thinking about this reconciliation taking place. This could be somebody with an issue with heavy drinking. I was mentioning something. Did I say this? Okay. I think you're dealing with someone that came into the situation with a lot of pain, a lot of grief. Maybe somebody was not 100% truly ready to get involved in a situation and in a long-term commitment. It seems like your issue with this person is consistency. Their issue with you is your perception of them. How they're going to change that. Somebody wants you to change, wants to change the way that you see them, the way that you perceive them, or for some of you, it's perception. Whatever was said, you a situation a different way, Gemini, than they do. I think somebody is pissed off this week that maybe they extended a boundary and now somebody is mad at themselves. It looks like somebody knew better, or they felt that they knew better than to maybe give this another chance. This looks like this is a difficult relationship that you have with someone. I think that the separation will be short term. I think for a minute, somebody might pretend that they don't love you, they don't care about you. Maybe some of you haven't spoken to someone for an extensive period of time, maybe for the last 6 months. You haven't said anything. Maybe you have a restraining order. I don't know. I know the issue that you have with this person is you might feel that they lie about unnecessary things. September. This is a Virgo. Maybe something happened in September. September is Virgo. September is also Libra. Yeah. I think that somebody feels that they need to go a different direction with this. Don't look back. You're not going that way. So if someone is feeling like it's just that there's nothing left but to move forward. And like I said, it feels like for the other person, they have no other recourse but to watch you walk out of their lives. Like I said, maybe this is past tense. And trust when I say someone is coming back, maybe there's a different vibe. They may have left off with a different type of energy, and then they come in with something else. I think that too much pain has been caused. I think that's what this is. Gemini or cross matcher. Some of you have been in a very toxic, volatile relationship. That could have been a codependent relationship for some of you. And I definitely feel that somebody was dealing with somebody on the side. For some of you, that is the case. You got that situation. For others of you Geminis, you got that situation. So somebody might have felt triggered for the moment. I think somebody is maybe upset when they don't, because they haven't been getting enough attention from you. That might be part of the reason he brings them back. Gemini. There's a message that comes through from this person. So he might be trying to tell you that the things that you're thinking about or the things that you're talking about, any sort of valid point that you're making with someone, they might feel like trying to gaslight you into believing that it's your imagination. This stuff didn't really happen with this other person that they're dealing with. I knew it. Somebody passed away. Either somebody did or you're worried about it. Okay. Well, you got that situation going on. Random side note, while I see it in your reading, Gemini, you might be putting a device in the shop, battery, the screen, or whatever, especially if you have a cracked screen on your device. Now, I was telling you, you got a few situations. Yeah, some of you have a little situation, which we're going to look into in a minute. I will say this. If you do have a legal situation, it feels like somebody, I don't know why, I'm hearing above the legal limits. That's what's going on in court with the Geminis. Before I even shuffle it, somebody's a part of the deck. Some of you are in court for a child. You have a child custody case. Others of you are in court because you're having to move. You could be in court due to an eviction or a foreclosure or whatever. Definitely feels like some of you are moving coming up. Seems like you fell on some hard times. Financially, Gemini, what you're coming out of. It looks like you've had some frustrations. Maybe there's a pet that's frustrating you, a relationship that's frustrating you. It seems like work might be playing into this too. You got some kids around you that might be engaging in a lot of horseplay. I think that you did. I think you did. I think that's the legal situation. I think you got some bills that maybe went unpaid. That's what I was telling you. I feel that you put King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that comes up again. Who is this? What are they doing in your reading? You got the Tower like 3 times in your reading. What happened? You blocked somebody. Okay, we already established that. You had an argument, you blocked them, you're not talking to them. Somebody's being extremely stubborn, wanting to talk to you, but not contacting you. Oh, they got somebody else distracting their energy anyway. So they're going to hang out with this person in the meantime. But truthfully, it feels like somebody, especially this Leo, there's a Leo that has not moved on from you. Somebody is sending you a message. Either somebody read your message, Gemini or cross watcher, but didn't respond. So it seems like somebody sent a message in the past. Oh, you're in a violent relationship with somebody. Is that why I'm seeing a legal situation? Okay, let's go there. Let's talk about it. This feels like some of you are in a DV situation. Say something about driving over the legal limit. Somebody has an alcohol issue. Not only do they have an alcohol issue, they have a rage issue. Somebody puts their hands, Gemini, on you. Somebody did put their hands on you, or you ended up doing this. Like I said, this is kids going back and forth. Unless this is you, you feel like somebody is childish, or you feel like this is how your argument. Is this somebody losing their temper? I think that that's what that is. Since we're talking about things that could possibly be playing out this week, it feels like Spirit is encouraging you to don't lose your mind. You know what I mean? And put your hands on somebody, because it feels like somebody could end up with a legal problem. This is like the cops were called in your situation, or the cops could be. It seems like you got a recurring situation with someone. This isn't a one-time thing. There's some sort of a cycle that's become very toxic. And it seems like it's time to break out of something, is what your spirit guides are trying to say. You had some other people that are involved in this. There's a balance that you owe to something. Somebody may owe child support, back child support specifically. Some of you are moving and you owe a balance to a particular location. There's a contract that's ending. Some of you, Geminis. So your contract with work could possibly be ending, or this is, like I said, your lease ending possibly. Somebody needs to be bailed out, Gemini. Possibly bailing somebody out of jail. What is really going on? Is this like, it just seems to continue, and I'm like, what has you in this state of mind? We already established that somebody could have passed away. Trying to see, is this the anniversary of somebody's passing? If this is a breakup that we're talking about, somebody's taking this really hard. There's just so much going on. I'm just going to go ahead and list it off, Gemini, because I don't even see like storylines anymore and how the information is linked and connected. It just feels like Spirit is saying this happened, this happened, this happened, or these potential things could happen. Could be an issue with your vehicle, especially if your vehicle has been struggling or whatever, out with payments, especially a car payment, house payment. Somebody's worried about homelessness as a result of an eviction. Or like I said, you owe money to something, you owe a creditor for something, and it seems like you're just worried about something right now, right around this period of time. What is going on? Gemini, somebody has a mole, a birthmark, a tattoo, this sort of thing. Oh, I think I see what's going on. Got it. I see it. Somebody, we're going to go back to this. Somebody did pass. Yeah. It's the holidays that might dredge all of that up again. I feel like somebody passed away in a car accident. Since I keep hearing above the legal limit, I've heard it several times at this point. Spirit guides just keep saying, there's something that is affecting the family. Family togetherness feels like it's just not there. Seems like somebody is lonely over the holiday, or somebody is locked up during the holidays. And it's causing somebody to really take a hard, sober look at their life. Somebody passed away, it feels like there's confusing situation about why somebody passed. Somebody could have possibly passed away through an overdose, especially if this was somebody that was in the hospital. Or maybe you work in the hospital, you work in healthcare, and it could end up causing problems that are irreversible. So please be careful at work in particular. It feels like there could be a lot of distractions. Some of you, you're worried about your profession. Some of you are out of work. The thing is, it seems like Gemini, your luck is about to change. It's just that you don't see that. You've been going through a challenge right now, especially if this is a financial one. It seems like it's been a very slow climb to get to where you want to be, because it seems like you may have had setback after setback, Gemini. Like I said, especially surrounding your profession and your living situation, it just feels like you're over it. Maybe you wish that some changes could happen, because it looks like there's some things that you've been dealt an unfair hand. You feel like some things that have been happening in your life, maybe you feel like there's somebody that's not willing to take the blame, or that's not willing to accept responsibility, incarcerated around this period of time. Maybe you're having anxiety about this, or someone is needing to possibly turn themselves in. Maybe they're feeling a bit nervous about how this situation is going to go. It seems that somebody that you're dealing with has a guilty conscience about what happened, especially for some trauma that they caused you. A random side note, while I'm seeing and you're reading, I think somebody might have an infection, like a viral infection, like a tooth infection. Something is going on with the immune system, I feel. But yeah, you got that situation going on. So back to work. Now that's interesting. Back to work. Some of you are getting back to work. Maybe this is where you're having a misunderstanding with someone. So what's going on at work? Yes, we already see what this is. It seems like you're very focused when it comes to work. It seems like work is very important to you around this period of time, especially Gemini. Since we're talking about your work, and it feels like you're putting in a lot of energy there, having to do with this. Seems like you could be getting some important news around this period of time. It could be a new job. It could be a raise. Okay. I think that's your focus. I think whatever it is that you do, you're very talented at it. But I do feel that there's someone that maybe is trying to tarnish your image while you're working very hard trying to do something to maybe build. Gemini that might be feeling very, maybe a bit insecure about what you bring to the table. Random side note, some of you are in college. It could be for communications. Or that could be something maybe you work doing public speaking or this sort of thing. Okay, so if this is you and you have this violent relationship, it just feels like you're distracted. You've got to be dealing with a Libra. Unless you're concerned about numbers, especially numbers on the scale, Gemini, that's what this is. It feels like there's a betrayal at work for some of you, especially at work. There's some sort of temptation. Temptation is testing somebody, testing their resolve, testing their relationship, or this is somebody at work that's just really aggravating you, getting on your nerves. What I mean about conflict and Mars being in retrograde, this sort of thing. Somebody is taunting you, teasing you, or this is what's going on with kids at school. Somebody's being bullied, Gemini or cross watcher. You could be the observer of this. This is something that's just, maybe it concerns you directly. Somebody is really going out of their way to oppose you. It just feels like somebody is trying to diminish something or trying to take something away from you that you worked very hard for. There's a goal that you have this week, Gemini or crosswatcher. You guys are saying if there's a particular thing that you're trying to really put your energy into, it's going to be necessary for you to increase the effort that you're putting out to accomplish something. And it feels like you really have a strong chance of getting something done. Some of you Geminis or cross watchers, you're evaluating whether or not you should stay at this particular location or this particular job. Some of you could possibly be thinking about going back to a place that you're familiar with. It could be a location. It could definitely be a job. So you could be getting a job offer from an old position. Once again, come on. It's like the fourth time the Tower comes out. To Sagittarius that's in your reading. Yeah, somebody's trying to piss you off this week, Gemini, cross watcher. Somebody's going out of their way to do so. Somebody's coming into your situation, making a lot of assumptions, maybe loud talking you. It might have something to do with somebody that works for a particular company. So you could be on the phone with someone. It doesn't have to be at work, maybe, because I mentioned some of you do work in communications, but this might be someone. I don't know if you're contacting a company and somebody is going off on you, going ballistic. They're calling you from a blocked number. I don't know what this is. Somebody is possibly calling you from a blocked number unless you blocked somebody as you at work. And it might have something to do with this. It might involve more than one person. I don't know who this is. But this feels like this has something to do with the company that you work for, some of you. Yes, you're bickering with someone or somebody is trying to really trigger you. Gemini, you might respond. I think somebody is itching for a response, Gemini or cross watcher. Again, it feels like the end that what they're aiming for is your image, your level of professionalism. Somebody wants you to come out of character. And I said, may involve others. But this is, like I mentioned to you, this is what's going on with children. Somebody is being bullied. And I also feel that someone could be trying to keep you from progressing forward or moving on to the next chapter in your life. It could be a company, especially, like I said, if this legal situation that you're dealing with is an eviction, somebody could possibly be trying to make things harder for you than they need to be. Just repeating cards. This is what, the third, fourth time that you got the Three of Swords? I just don't understand what's going on. I think some of you may have lost more than one person. More than one person may have passed away in your life. Or this is just you going through it. You're feeling like the door is just keeping it slammed in your face. That's the thing, though. You don't see it yet, but you've got some good things getting ready to come up. So that's what this is looking like. It looks like you've been down on your luck. And it looks like your luck is getting ready to change. So hyper-focused on what your situation looks like right now. Because it looks like things play out the way that they need to, Gemini. The spirit guides say, beware who you trust. I'm trying to figure out, where is this? Beware who you trust. Where? There might be a change up with somebody. All right. I think I see it. Spirit is saying you might catch a vibe about somebody. I don't know, Gemini. I think you're working so hard because you're looking for job security. It just feels like somebody's trying to come and snatch something from you. I don't know. Some of you, maybe you do want to leave this particular job because you might feel that you're selling yourself short. Anyway, I think this is on the job. I think that you got some changes that are getting ready to come up. So I feel like you could possibly be leaving from one place to another. If you were planning on traveling, it feels like there could be something that might delay you a little bit. Some of you could possibly be getting communication from someone who is in the military or someone who is possibly a veteran. Someone could, or maybe somebody had a mental illness, and this week somebody could possibly be getting an actual something that maybe they've that's gone undiagnosed for a period of time. It's your money. Like I said, your money, your financial situation will turn around. It seems like gradually, little by little, you'll start to see things begin to turn around. Some of you, it seems like your money is a bit short at the beginning of the week, and towards the end of the week, it feels maybe not even towards the end of the week. Yeah, maybe so. Because it looks like you're patient about your financial situation. It feels like it's getting ready to turn around. You do have a legal situation, Gemini or cross watcher. That's what I was trying to tell you before. It seems like somebody might need to get a lawyer or get legal advice about something that you're dealing with. It feels like you're either suing a company, like maybe a large corporation. Some of you could possibly be suing your landlord, your employer. That's why spirit guys say be careful who you trust. You got some deceit around you. So this is why your guys are saying use your psychic abilities, because I feel like you have that, Gemini. And I think that this week your intuition is going up another notch. Things may have been kind of dark, a little bit bleak for you. You're not sure what's coming up next. Your spirit guides are guiding you through this. Spirit guides are coming in to bring divine intervention into a situation that just seems very confusing for you. Somebody is in jail. It feels like somebody is posting bond. So look up somebody be getting out on house arrest, or they have an obligation once they get out of jail, like they have. Spirit is calling out some red flags. I was trying to see where in your life are the red flags. Feels like it's obviously in a relationship, and it doesn't have to be a romantic one. Spirit guides are saying be careful who you trust at this time. So excuse me, with someone who is in their energy, you're noticing some red flags, or Gemini, somebody might feel that they're noticing some red flags about you. You see what I mean? What is this? What happened? That's what I can't quite pinpoint, and maybe I already did. I feel like there's just more to the story. Like I said, it just feels like it's one thing after another. It's this relationship. You're having, you're replaying the situation over and over in your head, and you're kind of like maybe realizing one thing after another, maybe things that you didn't initially see about your situation. Just seems like you're thinking about it and making new discoveries about some old things that may have happened. Yes, what you're looking for this week, Gemini, the cross watcher, is transparency. It just feels like somebody cannot seem to be honest, and that is what the red flag is about. And that's possibly what kicks off this whole conflict. Was that is that there's somebody that's going out of their way to bring some challenges to you. In particular, a fire sign. This is their sun sign, or this is their dominant energy. It's not going to work, Gemini. This is somebody doing work on you, is what this feels like to me. What is this advice, Holy Spirit? What is the advice for the Gemini nation? The advice, Holy Spirit, for the Gemini nation the next 7 days. What is the advice? Recognize divine timing. Feels like there are certain things this week, Gemini, that may not go exactly as you planned. It feels like divine timing plays a huge role in the things that are getting ready to take place in your situation over these next 7 days. Spirit is basically saying, go with the flow. Gemini, it's a yes. Maybe there's something that you're wondering about, Gemini, or maybe there's something that you're hoping for or waiting for. Yes, spirit guides say some sort of change takes place for you over the next 7 days, but it happens according to divine timing. What is the advice? When the mists come down and you can't see far ahead, just stay focused on where you want to be rather than how you'll get there, and you'll get there. Seems like this week you feel a bit lost. Spirit comes through with this divine timing to telling you that there is a yes to help you find a way, to help you to navigate your way through this week where you might feel that things are kind of complicated or you're not sure how things are going to go. It seems like there's a lot of uncertainty you're dealing with this week. It looks like to me. It seems like Spirit is basically saying go with the flow when it comes to situations that are playing out this week. Spirit wants you to know that you have support in the spiritual realm, even when it seems that maybe things are not going the way that you would like them to go, or that you don't have the support that you need on this earth. Spirit is definitely coming in and stepping in the gap for you. Set yourself free. Set yourself free from old thought patterns, old habits, and negative beliefs. All they do is clip your wings and keep you caged when you were born to fly. Something this week, I feel like it's this uncertainty that has you kind of caged, has you with maybe a bleak, a limited outlook of what might be playing out for you this week. Spirit is saying, stay open, Gemini. With that, have a beautiful, blessed, productive week, Gemini Nation. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.